Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today is going to be all about dermaplaning, and if you are a regular to my channel, you will know I love myself a little bit of dermaplaning. Dermaplaning is the process of shaving the face to remove all the dead skin cells to reveal beautiful, fresh, healthy, glowing skin underneath. It's also the process of removing all that peach fuzz from the surface of the skin. I'm going to talk you through the benefits of this process. I'm also going to talk you through how to safely do this at home by yourself and why you should all be doing it. Now, before we get straight on with this video, please make sure you have liked, you have subscribed, and you've hit on that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 PM London time, and I'm also on Instagram if you want to follow me on there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. So what are the benefits of shaving your face at home? Well, firstly, you are going to be slightly exfoliating the skin, removing that layer of dead skin cells to reveal visibly brighter, smoother, and more rejuvenated skin. Secondly, and this is actually the primary reason why I actually do dermaplaning, you're going to be removing that peach fuzz hair from the surface of the skin that can often make your skin look quite dull. The main reason that I like to remove this peach fuzz is that peach fuzz stops 100% absorption of all of your skincare products. So when you actually apply your skincare, not 100% will be fully absorbed into the skin. It will be absorbed by some of the hair, and it will also be trapped from absorbing into the skin by the hair. So by removing that peach fuzz, you're actually allowing all your skincare products to be absorbed into the skin 100%, which is actually why you're applying them in the first place. Also, by removing that peach fuzz, you are creating an absolutely flawless canvas for all of your makeup products as well. Another benefit of dermaplaning is that it can reduce acne scarring and also fine lines and wrinkles. A question that I get asked all the time, and I think it's important that I address this in this video, is from people who are frightened to shave the hair on their face, thinking that it's going to grow back really thick and coarse and they're going to end up with a full moustache and a beard. Believe me, that is not going to happen. I've been dermaplaning now for at least 3 years and the hair on my face looks identical to the way that it did before. If you are really worried about this, definitely talk to your doctor about it, but they will tell you exactly the same. The hair is not going to grow back thicker. You definitely will not get a full moustache and a beard, just to put everybody's mind at rest. Another bit of really important information is that if you have this treatment in a clinic or a salon with a trained professional, which is obviously going to be the most effective way of having this treatment, you are going to get a far more thorough, deeper, and more even exfoliation on your face. The reason for that is they are trained professionals. They've done this thousands of times before. They know exactly how much pressure to put on their tools, and they also have better tools than are available at home. So they've got medically graded and sharpened scalpels and blades to actually perform this procedure, which are far sharper and smoother than any of the products that you can get to do this procedure in your own home. It doesn't mean that you can't do this procedure at home. I always do this procedure for myself at home. You just need to bear in mind that it's not going to be as effective on an exfoliation front as it would be if you went into a salon and saw a trained professional. So the tool that I'm going to be using today is the VEET Sensitive Precision Face Dermaplaning Kit. There are loads of different dermaplaning kits on the market, which I'm sure are all absolutely phenomenal, but I like this one because I feel like it's suitable for my sensitive skin. It's super sharp, it's really accurate, and it comes with a replacement head. Now this one also has a battery in here which allows the blade to vibrate. I don't use that function because I really do like to feel what the blade is cutting. And by the blade vibrating, it just feels like you're applying less pressure than you actually are. So I don't use that function. By all means, you can use that function if you decide to go for this one, but I do absolutely love this kit. So this is what the kit looks like. You can pull off the protector and it just shows you the blade that's on the end there. It's absolutely fantastic and it's really chunky to hold, so you're not going to slip. and cut yourself, which is super, super important. Now, my video on dermaplaning that I did before, which I don't even know whether it's available still to watch, I used an eyebrow blade. You can use eyebrow blades, but I do find that when you use an eyebrow blade, they tend to be a little bit more dull and less sharp in certain areas, which means that you tend to cut yourself more. So I would advise buying an actual dermaplaning tool rather than using something that isn't meant for that purpose. You could also use a regular razor. It's just that when you do use a regular razor, and I have used a regular razor on my face, because of how it's shaped, you don't get to really see what you're doing, and you're hindered a little bit by the shape of the razor. Whereas if you use a razor like this, you get to see everything that you're doing and you can be really, really accurate. Okay, so let's get on with this procedure. If you have active acne, you cannot do this procedure. Please don't do it. You will end up in the biggest mess. If you have any blemishes or spots on your face, you can do this procedure, but just avoid those areas. You do not want to take the tops off those blemishes or spots with the razor because it will create scarring. You will transfer the bacteria onto the razor and spread it all over your face. So you really don't want to do that. Avoid that at all costs. So you can do the treatment, but avoid those areas with the spots and the blemishes. Again, if you have active acne, don't do this procedure at all. So I have a clean, dry face. I have just cleansed my skin with a gentle cleanser, and I will have a video coming up really soon of all my recommendations for cleansers. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to take off the protective shield for the razor. These razor heads should only be used once and then discarded. There is a replacement head in the box, so the box itself will do you for 2 treatments and 2 treatments only, and then you'll need to buy some replacement heads either online or in store. So I'm going to start on my forehead because I find this is the easiest area. It doesn't have any nooks and crannies and it just eases you in gently and gets you used to using the razor. I'm going to hold the razor at a 45-degree angle and go in the opposite direction to the hair growth. That way you'll get a much cleaner shave. Try not to go over one specific area more than once and don't apply too much pressure. You obviously do have to apply some pressure because you want a close shave, but you don't want to be pressing on with all your strength. So I do one side of my forehead first and then I move on to the other side. So I'm just holding the skin taut to make sure that I am extremely accurate and I don't cut myself. So I will go through the aftercare after I've done this procedure. So please do stick around because there's important information regarding aftercare that you really do need to know. So I'm just moving on to the second half of my forehead and going in the opposite direction. You can see some of the hair gathering on my forehead. That is literally just peach fuzz. There's a lot of it. So remember to keep concentrating and making sure that that blade is at a 45-degree angle because you'll get the best accuracy and the best cut from the blade. Also make sure that all of the blade is touching the skin. I have a tendency of lifting this bit from the skin, so I'm actually only using half of the blade. So I keep having to remind myself to really make sure that all of the blade is touching the skin. So when you move on to in between the brows, you want to be seriously careful, work very, very slowly. I like to place a finger on the end of the brow to make sure that I am not going to cut my brow off at all. There has been numerous occasions where I've ended up with that permanently surprised look because my hand has slipped and I've removed half of my brow. So I like to just apply a finger on the end of the brow so that I know exactly where I'm going. I'm moving in the opposite direction of the hair growth. just take that peach fuzz away. Again, the same on the opposite side, using my nose to stop me from going too far and cutting off any of my other brow. Then just going to move downwards. There we go. So we're going to move on to the cheeks. This is a really easy area to do, so I'm going to speed through this. So you'll have noticed I've left my chin and around my mouth area till last, but this area is the most difficult because it's the most movable, and you can really quite quickly involuntarily move your mouth and then cut yourself. So it's really, really important that you get this area right. So move very, very slowly and very, very accurately. I like to pull the skin slightly here and open my mouth to make sure the skin is taut before I go in with the razor at a 45-degree angle. So here we go. So once you're happy with the overall finish, I like to take a little bit of micellar water and just go over the skin with a cotton pad. This will remove any of the excess peach fuzz and also the dead skin cells that have been removed from the skin but are still lying on the skin. Now this kit does come with some oils, but I prefer to use my own products. So once again, I'm going to go in with some niacinamide and some Matrixyl. You will be very surprised at how little product you will now need because the peach fuzz has been removed from your skin, so won't be stealing half of your product. You'll need less product. This treatment can be performed every 3 to 4 weeks. I personally wouldn't do it any more frequently than 3 to 4 weeks. I usually do it around about every 6 weeks when I feel like my skin could really use it and when I'm wanting to take off that peach fuzz that by 6 weeks has got back to its usual length. Just going to pop on some CERAVE moisturising lotion. You do need to really bear in mind that although the exfoliation process of this procedure won't be as deep and as even and as thorough as if you had it done in a salon, it still has exfoliated your skin really gently, so I would refrain from using any AHAs or BHA acid exfoliators for at least a week. You may find that the next couple of days your skin will be slightly oilier. That is because the sebum in your skin will find it easier to get out. Also, that oil will often be soaked up by the peach fuzz on your skin and that peach fuzz isn't there anymore. So within a couple of days you will get back to normal, but I do often find that my skin is slightly oilier for around about 48 hours after I've done this procedure. You must protect your skin. Remember, you have exfoliated. You should be protecting your skin with an SPF anyway, but it's even more important after doing this procedure. So make sure you are wearing at least a factor 30 sunscreen every single day after you've done this. So my skin feels absolutely amazing now, so super smooth, nourished, hydrated, and just absolutely lush. Let me know whether you do this on a regular basis, whether this video has enticed you to try this in the future, or whether this is a huge big no-no for you. Do let me know. All your comments are absolutely invaluable. I really hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.